Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, my name is VANO. So today on DudeGlam, we're going to be doing something completely different that I have never done before. We are going to be doing a hair tutorial. I'm going to be showing you all how I do my everyday sort of 2019 Instagram beach waves. If you have not already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I love having everyone on here and following the DudeGlam journey. And give this video a big thumbs up and hit the bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. And if you want to see how I do my 2019 Instagram beach waves, then keep on watching. Alright, so before we get into all of this craziness and I let down this ridiculous mane, I'm going to go through all the products that I have here and just let you know what I use on a daily basis to achieve this look. Now the first thing, my tried and true, the one product that I always use every day is the wet brush. And this one here is the gold version. I mean, come on, hello, gold, everything. I got this in a 2-pack from Ulta. They were on sale. The wet brush, you guys, if you have not already tried them, they are amazing. I have to give a shout out to my hairstylist, Katie. She's the one that turned me onto these about 4 or 5 years ago. And ever since, I have just been hooked. So go check them out at Ulta, or I think you can get them at JCPenney or Macy's even, I think. I mean, they're all over, but definitely go Google them, see what local stores carry wet brushes, and try it out for yourself. I've never looked back, and if you haven't already, you're missing out, so go try wet brush. The next thing that I use is the Redken Express Primer, and this is great because it does have a heat protectant in it. So I spray this on my hair when it's wet and then let it air dry. I don't like to blow dry my hair that often. I like to keep the natural curl, but if I know I'm gonna do a day where I'm gonna do this beach wave, I like to start with that. So once I've gone through and curled all my hair and I like the way it looks and it's set, then I will go in with the Ouai Hair Care Texturizing Hairspray. This is great because it really gives a lot of texture and volume to my hair at the same time without making it look too messy and dirty, and that's what I really go for. Today you're gonna see that I'm working with 2-day hair, and it's really gonna emphasize that kind of 2-day look without making me look greasy at the roots. Once I do that, I'm gonna go in with my Tresemme hairspray, and this is in the stronghold, and I'm just gonna use this really lightly to tame some of the flyaways at the root and maybe mid shaft. And then after all that's done, I'm gonna go in with my Stylus Shine Express. This thing is amazing if you want that beautiful glossy shine look. So I'll go in and add a little bit of the Shine Express to kind of bring a little bit more dimension back into my wave. Now to make these curls come to life, I use my 1 1/4 inch curling iron from FHI. This thing is amazing. It really gives a nice shine to my hair without damaging it all. I love this thing. It's so versatile and I just can't get enough of it. I actually talk about this curling iron specifically in my best of DudeGlam, so I'll go ahead and link that down below for all of you to watch. So while that's heating up, I'm gonna take down this hair and show you what I'm working with. Now, like I said, this is my 2nd-day hair, so it's got a little bit of texture already in it, and there's no product in here right now, so what I'm gonna do is go ahead and add a little bit of the Redken Pillow Proof Express Primer, and then I'm going to let that soak in a little bit and wait for this curling iron to heat up, and then we'll start to curl. I'm just gonna massage that into my head, and while that's drying, I'm going to start to brush out my hair to prep it for curling. Now for those of you who do have long hair and don't know this, which I don't know why you wouldn't, but I'm gonna say it anyway, when you're brushing your hair, make sure that you are starting from the bottom of the hair and then working your way up to the mid, and then the last thing that should be brushed out is at the top here on the scalp. That's gonna avoid a lot of breakage, a lot of pain, and it's just gonna save your hair in the long run. So now that my hair is tangle-free and brushed, the iron is heated up, and I like to set it at 350. This iron goes all the way up to 450, but I don't really like to take it that high because I don't want to damage my hair that much. So I keep it at max 350. Now I'm gonna go ahead and section off my hair into 2 parts, right about where my temple is, and create that line all the way around, and then pull this top part up and then just curl it and clip it out of the way. I'm not one to really go, meticulous when it comes to curling my hair. I really like to keep it as messy and textured as possible without making it look too structured. So for me, I mean, it's not like a completely straight part, and I'm fine with that because once it's all let down as I go throughout the day, I find that my hair texture specifically and my hair type, it really starts to blend in nicely, and all I have to do if I want to refresh it is just kind of shake it out and kind of pull it apart, and then I'm good to go. So what I'm gonna do is go down the back here, section off both sides, and then I'm going to take this side and just tie it out of the way. If you have a clip, you can use a clip, but I only brought one, so there we go. Ooh, that's cute. I kind of look like a who. So now I'm gonna take this free side again and brush it one more time. And what I like to do is start from the back and work my way forward. Now again, I don't like to go very meticulous, so what I do is I will start with the two back sections on each side, I will curl inwards and then I will alternate as I go forward. So this first section that I'm gonna pull down right here, this is about an inch. I'm gonna curl this first section away and then alternate as I go closer to my face. So what I like to do is load it in at the top and then twist and curl as I go all the way around and then leave the end out. So I'm getting really nice and close to the root because I do want a little bit of lift. And I'm gonna hold it here for like 25 seconds just to make sure that it gets a nice curl in there. And then when I let go, I'm gonna hold on to the end, unwrap it a little bit, and just kind of pull it down and out from the top of the barrel. And then I'm just gonna let it go, all right? So here we have a really nice wave. I definitely shouldn't have worn black today, but we have a really nice wave starting here. So I'm gonna flip that to the back, then I'm gonna brush through this section again here. I'm gonna take my next piece, about another inch, just like this, brush through that. Now this one, I'm gonna curl towards my face. So I'm gonna load it up again at the top of the barrel and then twist as I go down the barrel shaft and then hold the bottom part out. I also like to sometimes rest the clamp right here on the top of my head as almost like a safety guard so the barrel doesn't get too close to my scalp. If you're not used to using a curling iron, I would say do it a couple times where it's not plugged in so you can get used to setting the clamp on your head and then going from there. But for anyone out there who, you know, is familiar with curling, maybe you've also tried this technique. I actually picked that up from a friend and it's been really nice to at least just kind of save my scalp from getting burned. And now this one is going to be curled away. And I'm curling and wrapping as I am loading the hair onto the barrel. Drop it down. Kind of pull it a little bit. Now this last section here, I could load it in and do a full curl, but I think I'm actually gonna split it so I have a little bit more texture. So I'm gonna go ahead and split that. Now this one is gonna be curled towards my face and then hold on to the end. Bam, give it a little pull. See how my wrist is twisting the hair as it is going onto the barrel? That's what you wanna go for. That's gonna add a little bit more beachy texture in the end once you go ahead and rake your hands through and add texture spray. So I'm gonna go pull that down a little bit to let it cool down. And bam, we've got this first side. So I'm not gonna touch this yet. I'm gonna let them cool down. Now I'm gonna go to this side, let this hair down, and repeat the same thing on this side. Now again, the most important thing when I do this for myself is to remember that when I split my hair down the middle, those two back pieces are being curled into each other. So I'm gonna take my curling iron and curl and wrap this piece away from the front of my head. Wrap, boom, and just throw it behind you and let it cool down. And I'm gonna take another section and curl this next one towards my head and then alternate as I get closer to the front of my face. All right, so the entire bottom part is done now. Now I'm gonna bring my hands behind my head, and this is what makes it a little bit easier because I've curled both of the ends and the back towards each other, so I automatically know where to pull the hair apart. Now the curls are pretty much set, and what I'm gonna do is go ahead and take each individual curl and grab it right underneath where the last part was on the barrel. I'm gonna open up the clamp and then just briefly straighten the ends. Did you all see that? So right underneath where that curl happened, I'm gonna stick the hair into the barrel, clamp down, and just pull through. And that's gonna give a nice little straight edge to the curl. So that gives it more of that kind of like beachy, textured, relaxed curl, and that's what I really like to go for. If you've watched any more of my recent videos, you've seen that I've been rocking that lately. So I've gone ahead and done that first piece. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grab the next piece and do the same thing. Now right underneath where that last curl is, I'm gonna take my curling iron, maybe do it a couple more times, just to straighten out the end a little bit more. Boom. Now you want to remember to do this first layer before you go ahead and do the top layer, or else it's going to be a little bit more difficult to find all of those pieces. So that's what I like to do, is go ahead and just finish one layer first, and then I'll go on and move to the top part. All right, so this bottom part is done. Now I'm going to go ahead and start to work on the top part. Now for me, I don't usually do like the part down the middle. If my hair happens to be that way during the day, then so be it. But for me, I really go for just kind of that messiness. So I'm not trying to be too meticulous when it comes to the way my hair looks overall, because my hair will naturally settle in the way it wants to, and if I've curled it, it's gonna look fine either way. So what I like to do is just kind of grab a portion like this, pull it down. Sometimes what I'll do too is when I brush my hair through and kind of flip it around and play with it before I start to curl it at all, I'll see how my hair is falling that day, because that's really gonna give me a good indication about what my hair wants to do that day, and I don't try to fight that. Now what I like to do is, again, alternate. What I like to focus on though specifically is when I get to these front pieces here, see how I'm kind of going up in steps at this point? So I've curled the bottom piece here away. Now this one I'm probably going to curl forward, and then the top one I'll curl away, just to give it a little bit more dimension and not have all these curls kind of joined together. So this one I think I'm gonna start and curl towards my head. And again, I am twisting the hair around the barrel of the curling iron as I'm wrapping it. Now again, it's okay that I did the last two pieces in the same direction. The biggest concern I had right now is just making sure that the curl on top was going in the opposite direction of the curl underneath. Now for this last section right on top, what I like to do is start from the back and work my way forward. And I will just kind of go section by section, pull a piece apart, curl that so it's together, and then take this bit, keep it out of the way, and then I'll see, okay, where can I split the hair to make it a little bit smaller for the barrel? And since I did split it down the middle, I'm gonna curl both of these inward. Even though that's not a straight part, I'm fine with that because I like the messiness. And with this one, sometimes I see people wrapping this way. What I like to do is kind of overextend the hair and then wrap it, because that's gonna give me a little bit more body and volume. All right, now that I've let my hair set for a little bit and I look like Curly Sue, I'm gonna go through and take each individual curl, just like I did with the bottom layer, grab it by the end, right where that last curl is, take my curling iron, and straighten out that bottom part. There we go. Now that my hair is cooled down, I'm gonna go in with the Ouai Texturizing Hairspray and give this a good shake, and then lightly spray this through as I rake through the curls. And this is just gonna really give that nice kind of lived-in, beachy, second day hair vibe that I personally am loving right now. And then maybe if I'm kind of feeling some type of way, like this little part right here, I'm gonna go back in with my curling iron and just kind of give that a nice little bend and curl at the root. So I'm just gonna rub that right there. Bam, look at that body and volume and texture. I love it. So I guess this is what my hair wants to do today. So I'm gonna go with it. Now to get rid of any flyaways, I'm gonna go with my Tresemme Stronghold Hairspray. Just kind of do a light mist and pull down some of those flyaways. I'm not really gonna do too much with this. I might go in a little bit here at the bottom, just to give it a little bit more structure. To finish off this look, I'm gonna go in with my Stylus Shine Express and give my hair a nice coat. Give it a shake. Now don't go overboard with this because your hair might look a little greasy. So hold it about, arm's length away, and then continuously move your arm as you're spraying it. All right, you guys, well, that's it for today's video. What did you think? Sound off in the comments below. I want to hear all of your thoughts and feedback. I really had so much fun doing this all for you today and giving you guys a little insight about how I maintain this mane. It was super fun. Let me know if you have any other amazing products I should try out, because I'm always looking to try new things, especially for hair. So go ahead and leave that down in the comments below, along with anything else you'd like to share. Again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate everyone who comes on here and takes the time to watch these videos and experiences this journey with me through music, art, and fashion. Again, if you have not already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm having so much fun here on DudeGlam with all of you. And again, thank you all so much for the support, not only here on YouTube, but also on my other social media platforms. It really does mean the world to me. And on that note, I will see you in my next video. All right, bye.